Would you ever buy a car online without ever seeing it first? Yeah, me neither. Until I did. Today, I'll show you exactly how that went. From the first spreadsheet to the first drive, and yes, even the first problems. Hello there, I'm George, and this is I'm New To, where in this case, I try things for the first time so you don't have to panic like I did. Quick note before we start. This video isn't sponsored, and I'm not affiliated with AutoHero or their parent company Auto1 Group or any car company. I paid for everything myself, and this is just my personal experience as a regular customer. Right, so a few weeks ago, I bought a used car blindly from AutoHero.com. No test drive, no dealership coffee, just clicks, comparisons, and a bit of faith. In this video, I'll walk you through how I chose between new versus second-hand, how I filtered through dozens of options, and what the buying process was like. What went wrong, and, spoiler, why it still ended up being a positive experience. By the end, I'll tell you whether I'll do it again, and what I do differently next time. So, let's get into it. So, a few months back, I realized my eldest needed a car as she was coming back from university, and public transport in my local area is not as good as it should be. I needed something small, reliable, practical, and not ridiculously priced. At first, I thought I'd just browse a little. 2 hours later, I was 10 tabs deep comparing boot sizes, headroom, cup holder positions, and you know how it goes. Then came the classic question, new car or second-hand? New cars are tempting. Warranty, no previous owner, that brand new smell. But after looking at the European delivery times, prices, and that little thing called depreciation, I came back down to earth. With second-hand, you get someone else take that 30% hit in 1 year, and you'll still get a great car for thousands less. So I decided, second-hand it is. But I wasn't going to rush it. This is where my planning and IT brain kicked in. I made an Excel sheet, because of course I did. Columns for make, model, year, mileage, price, field type, included warranty, company or private notes, a whole lot. I compared around a dozen cars side by side. It sounds geeky, but it kept me objective. If the numbers didn't add up, it didn't make the list. And honestly, that sheet saved me from buying based on emotions. Turns out, the cars that I liked weren't the ones that made sense. Now there's one thing you can't get from an Excel sheet. Comfort. Online photos tell you everything, except how your back feels after 20 minutes in the seat. As I was looking for a fairly new car, the models in the local dealership's shop floor were pretty much the same as what I was hoping to buy. So I visited a few just to sit in the driver's seat of different models. That's when I discovered that seat comfort matters way more than I thought. My aim was lumbar support, not looks, nor horsepower. Back at home, I stumbled on AutoHero.com, as they seemed to have a car that ticked all the boxes that I needed. The site looked clean and professional, and I saw cars with detailed inspection reports, photos, and at least a 1-year warranty. Basically, it came across to me as the Amazon of used cars, except you can't get next-day delivery, or you almost can. More on that later. I appreciated that they provided me with detailed information about the car, including technical specifications and clear pictures both inside and out. Additionally, they provided detailed information about the damage to the car with close-up pictures. It looked too easy, which usually makes me suspicious. But the car I'd been hunting for, the car that did tick all my boxes, was right there, in great condition, within my budget, and available for delivery. But, isn't there always a but? There was one part of the technical puzzle that was not clear on the website. Let me explain. In Europe, we have emission standards that have numbers like Euro 4, Euro 5, etc. I was specifically looking for a Euro 6E, but they only stated Euro 6 on the car's details, so I decided to test them with an email. This would prove three things to me. 1. How quick they were answering. 2. Would they speak English, as some companies in Belgium where I live struggle with that. 3. How accurate the reply would be. Hence, would they understand what I wanted with one attempt? Well, I'm pleased to answer yes to all of these. Within a day, I got the reply with the perfect info I wanted. And although the automated reply for logging a ticket with them was in Dutch, the reply from the agent, Robert, was all in English, including their sales concept, as they call it. A little more research on their website and the sales concept they offer does put your mind at ease. Let me show you what I mean. This is the AutoHero main site, which I have translated using Google because they're only available in Belgium with Dutch or French. But Google does a very good job. So, just to show you a few things, if we go to the FAQ section, we have about AutoHero and why should I buy a car. This is exactly where they're talking about their 100% online ordering process. This is where they also explain about their 12-month warranty included as the basic. You do have the option to extend, and their free returns within 21 days, so that you have the option to test the car if you want to. From there, I'd like to show you that they are part of this Auto One group. So Auto One group is their parent company, as it shows here. And I did a little bit of research on Auto One. It's, as they say on the AutoOne.com site, this is one of the largest wholesalers in Europe. They have an extensive coverage of 30 countries, 60,000 plus partners, many cars that they sell, and they very reliable and quite well-established company. So that's good to know as a backup. Then they have a certain what they call their quality standards, so how they choose their cars, what conditions they offer, etc. The one thing I wanted to show you here is, do you sell cars that have been involved in an accident? And they say that cars with moderate or severe damage or those that fail a test drive are not included in their selection. So all the cars you find online at their site are guaranteed to not be in any kind of major or moderate kind of accident damage. So that's definitely good to know. Finally, their quality standards that they're talking about. This is what you will see on their website. So exterior, they put this little ruler to show you without visiting the location where the damage is. Interior, they also check for certain damage and they tell you about that. Windscreen scratches and stone chips, you are aware of those when you buy. And then of course wheel damage, which was also in my case. It's difficult nowadays to not get a second-hand car without a little bit of damage somewhere on the rims, so they tell you about those as well. Again, a reiteration of their 21-day money-back guarantee, 12 months warranty. And then finally, this is important to know that you will get good tires. Again, this is the law in Belgium, 1.6 millimeters for the center of the tire, and this is definitely correct. I did check this as well on my tires. So this is definitely good to know about this company, that they do take the extra effort, they put in the extra effort to make sure that you have a good confidence in their workmanship and that it's someone that you can trust. So, as you saw, the highlights were 100% online buying process, free returns within 21 days, but you do need to pay first, included a 12-month basic warranty, they're an established company, there are thorough inspections of the car for visual imperfections, including tire tread depth. And finally, they do not sell cars that were in a moderate to severe accident of any sort. So, I figured, time to trust the process. Have you enjoyed this so far? Check out the second part of my experience, my actual purchase process, my personalized delivery day, and when it all went wrong, how AutoHero made me believe that